Hello, my name is Christopher, and today I'm going to show you how to install Vikunja on Runtipi. So a little bit about this series, I'm going over home labs, or installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel, and let's get started. I wanted to let y'all know about the Big Bear community. We just launched a community on community.bigbeartechworld.com. It's based on discourse, so go on there, join it, and say hi. So let's get back to your registered programming. So this is what we'll be installing today, Vikunja. It's an open source, self-hostable to-do app, organize everything on all platforms. Here's some screenshots of it. It's got a nice UI to it. Stay organized, collaborate with peers, use it how you need it. If we go to the features right here, you'll see more features. So, built for speed, a task, a quick add magic, a list, Gantt chart, Kanban board, table. So that's what we'll be installing today. So we're going to start on the Runtipi App Store. I'm going to go over to the search right here. I'm going to type in Vikunja, well, just Vic, and then a Vikunja right here. So now, if you go into data proxy right here, you'll see an inject.conf. So this is a config to set up the proxy. So now if you go into metadata, you can see a description for the App Store. You can see a logo, and you can see a config.json. So the name, the available, exposable, and then the port that this app will be listing on is 8135. And then the ID is Vikunja. The Tipi version is 8. The version, the categories, a description, short description, the author, source of the Vikunja, and a website. And now we're going to set some form fields. So a random will be set for the Vikunja database password, and then it'll be stored in the env variable right here of Vikunja DB password. And then same with this one, it's a random, and then Vikunja secret, and then the Vikunja service secret, and it's stored in this env variable. And then supported architectures that the Docker image supports are ARM64 and AMD64. Now we're going to go to Docker Compose. So version 3.7 of Docker Compose file format's being used. I'm going to set services, and then the first service underneath the services is called Vikunja DB. The container name is going to be called Vikunja DB. The image is coming off of Docker Hub by default, and it's Postgres, and the tag is 14, the Docker image tag. And then environment variables. So the Postgres password is using the env variable from the config.json. So if you go back over to config.json, it's using this one right here. So the Postgres user is a Tipi, the Postgres DB is Vikunja, and then volumes, app data directory, a data, and then a DB. This is on the host side, and then this is on the container side, var lib PostgreSQL data. And then it's running the health check with the command shell. So PG is ready. It's using the Postgres user and the Postgres DB. And interval is 5 seconds, timeout is 5 seconds, and retries is 5. So networks that this service is set in is Tipi main network. And then the Vikunja API right here, the container name is going to be called Vikunja API. And image is coming off of Docker by default. And then this is the Docker image, and then this is the Docker image tag. The environment variables. So the environment variables to connect to the a database up there, this one. And it's using the Vikunja DB password, the env variable that was random from the config.json. And then it's setting the Vikunja service JWT secret, which that was gotten in config.json. And then here, right here. So that's stored here. So a Vikunja service front end, a URL, and that's app domain and app protocol. Volumes, so on the host side is the left, and on the right is the container side. App data directory data files is on the left, and then app Vikunja files is on the right. Restart unless stop, so that means if you stop it for any reason, it will not try to restart, but if it fails any other reason, then it will try to restart. And then depends on it. This does depend on the Vikunja DB up here. And the networks that are set for this service are Tipi main network, same as the Vikunja DB. And then the Vikunja service right here is the front end, because this is the API and this is the front end. So the image is coming off Docker Hub by default, and then this is the Docker image. This is the Docker image tag. Restart unless stop. So that means if you stop it for a reason, it will not try to restart. But if it fails for any other reason, then it will try to restart. And then the container name is going to be called Vikunja. I'm going to put this in the Tipi main network. So the Vikunja proxy down here is using the image of Nginx. So that's coming off Docker Hub, and it's using the latest tag. The container name is going to be called Vikunja proxy. And then the ports, so app port is gotten from the config.json over here. And then I'm going to go back to the Docker Compose, so scroll down. And then now on the container is 80. Volumes, so it's going to mount the data proxy nginx.conf from over here and etc nginx conf.d, and then default.conf, and then it's going to put it as read only. So this is on the host, and then this is on the container. So this does depend on the Vikunja API service to be up and the Vikunja service. A restart unless stop, so that means if you stop it for no reason, it will not try to restart, but if it fails for any other reason, then it will try to restart. And then it's going to be set in the Tipi main network. Now we're going to set the variables for traffic, so main, web secure, a local domain, and then a local domain secure. So this is where you're going to enter into the app at, and this is the front end, to where this proxy right here is proxying to the front end. And then the API is to where this will interface with the DB. So this this front end will use the API right here. And then now this API will store the data in the Vikunja DB service up here. So that's a little bit about the Docker Compose. So I wanted to let you know about the Big Bear Club. You can join it, and it greatly supports this channel, and I very much appreciate it. So if you'd like to join the Big Bear Club, you can go down the YouTube description and go to my Ko-Fi link and join it from there. So let's get back to registered programming. So I'm going to start on my Runtipi. I'm going to go to the App Store, and then I'm going to search for Vikunja. So now you see it right here, so I'm going to click it, and now I'm going to press install. And then you can display on guest dashboard, expose the app. I'm going to just say install. Now what this is doing is it's downloading the Docker images off the registries, getting them extracted, and getting them up with Docker Compose and the Docker engine underneath. So this can take a little bit to do and get it installed. So now we got the Vikunja up and running, and it's all set up. So I'm going to start on my Runtipi, and you can go to My Apps, and then your Vikunja. So you can see actions up here, stop, open in the web UI. You can set settings, so you can turn these on and press update. You can also reset the app. You can see a description down here. You can see a base information, so the source code, the author, the port, categories, version, supported architecture, the Docker image, and then website. And this information is gotten from the config.json. So that's a little bit about the container options on Runtipi. So now I'm going to start on my Runtipi. I'm going to go to My Apps, and then Vikunja, and then I'm going to go to Open, and then the IP down here. So now I'm going to create an account. So admin. So we're going to put an email address in, and then we're going to put a password in, and now we're going to create an account. So now you're on your Vikunja, so you can put a task in, and then you can mark the task as done or unmark it. You can also star it, and it'll be over here in your favorites over here. You can see again, and table, a Kanban board. You can see filters, and you can clear filters. So you can go to overview, and then upcoming, and then projects, labels, and then teams. You can create one. You can also see your inbox, and you can see the Kanban board right there. You can create another task. There we go. You can create another task. There we go. And then you can move these around. So you can create a new bucket right here. So bucket, there we go. We created another bucket so we can move the testing along in the process. You can see a list, a table, Kanban board. So you can go up to your admin right here, go to settings, and then see your general settings, and then you can update your password. You can update your email address, avatars, two-factor authentication, export Vikunja's data, and then import from other services, and then CalDAV, and then API tokens. You can delete your Vikunja account completely. So that's a little bit about Vikunja's UI. So I just went step by step on getting Vikunja running on Runtipi. I explained the Docker Compose, everything like that. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or any community support, you can go to the Big Bear community and join our forum. There's a link in the YouTube description. So stay tuned for more.